Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I decided I wanted to make garlic bread. So this is how I do my garlic bread. Why I am using so much garlic is because I actually want to make enough garlic spread that I will have it for different days instead of we making just one batch. So that's the reason why I'm doing so much, because I'm going to use a whole container of margarine to mix with this. Okay, so yes, to prepare my garlics, I actually cut the head of it off. Is that the head or the tail? I don't know, but you can see I cut that off, strip off most of the excess skin that is on the outside, not all of them. And I also use onion. In this recipe I'm using onion in it as well, for the onion to give it a little more kick. So get some margarine on the top of those garlic. Why did I do that? I don't know, but that's what I did. Gonna wrap all of these in the foil paper, then I'm actually gonna pop it in my toaster oven. I'm gonna take it out, I think 2 times, and on the second time I take it out, it is just not ready. So I realized the toaster oven was going a little bit slower than I wanted it to, so eventually I popped it in the oven and it worked. So this is the bread that I am using, and I was supposed to cut this bread straight down in the middle, but I was really off on this one, and I'm going to use the 2 grats of bread in the previous video that you saw that I bought. I bought them just for this specific thing because I really wanted to make garlic bread. So this is the second grat of bread that I'm actually cutting, and this one cut perfectly right down the middle. And if you can see, butter is actually inside of the bread as well. Look at it. You can see those circle in the middle. It's actually butter. So that butter was baked in the bread. So it actually, the bread is, it makes the bread nicer in some ways. Now, to prepare my bread, I am going to slice the bread, put some slice in my bread, that when I'm buttering it with the garlic spread, our garlic butter, whatever you want to call it, some of that butter or spread can get in the cracks of the bread, you know, just for it to soak in more. Now, garlic bread, I'm going to do this with the 4 pieces of bread. And with garlic bread, my son did this before, and he baked the bread from scratch, and it was really good because then it was really garlicky. No, this is what I'm doing now. This is the margarine that I'm using, and you saw this on a previous video as well. I bought this specifically for this reason, because I wanted to use back the tub that it came in. So yeah, I bought this for this reason. So I get everything out, put it in the pan right there, and I'm going to add to this butter right now oregano and parsley flakes. That is what I'm going to add to it. And when the garlic and the onion is finished baking, I will add all of that to this butter mixture here, and I will combine all of it together, and that will become, I will also add some more parsley flakes on it, you know, and then that will become our garlic spread, in which we will spread it over on our bread. Here goes, I'm putting some oregano and parsley in it. After all of that, now I'm gonna get back I am going to squeeze actually the garlic from out of the casing, and I'm going to, a matter of fact, let me wait for you to see that part, and then I talk you through what exactly I'm doing, because there's something I want to say pertaining to the garlics. Okay, so continue watching. Okay, you see how quick I put that one down? It's because it is hot. Now the thing about the garlic and the onion is the way that I did them, you could leave them in the oven for much longer just to make it more squishier. No, I was a bit impatient. I was hungry. I was tired because I actually was today this day was actually Saturday, and I went to the market. And you know, when you go to the market, the supermarket, the market, it takes a lot out of you. So I was tired. So and I was hungry as well. So here I have to use the napkin, the antowil, a matter of fact, to squeeze the garlic out. But when you look at the consistency of the garlic, when you're squeezing it out, it's supposed to be crushing out at the same time, and these weren't. So I'm just letting you know, just let your garlic stay in the oven until they're fully softened, you know. So this is so hot, it keeps on popping out of my hands. But anyway, I squeeze them into this thing that I have, what you call it, mortar, whatever its name is, and I use the thingy and I crush them. And if I just left it in the oven for a couple more minutes, I would achieve the consistency that I needed. But anyway, just being anxious, I just wanted to get this done and over with. So go ahead and leave your garlic in the oven until it is crushy. You don't have to do anything for it to just mash out, right? But anyway, this did a good job. I did crush it out as much as possible. So you see, so it did a good job. This tool here did a good job. So now, after crushing all of that out, I am going to add everything, both the garlic and the onion, to the butter mixture that I had made previously. Then I'm going to combine everything together. Now here I am actually going to mix the cheese that I'm going to use for this Parmesan. I will be using the Mexican, what is it, 4 cheese or 3 cheese, something on that. This one I show you this in the previous grocery hauls video. So I will be using some of this as well, and I'll be using the mozzarella. I won't be using the Mose, M-O-Z-Z. Every time I'm going to say, when I call that, I'm going to spell it, because I'm not even sure if it is Mose. So I'm going to use I'm not going to use the Mose cheese today. I'm just going to use these 3, and I'm going to, after this, I am going to actually butter or spread the garlic spread on the bread, try to get it in some of those cracks as well. And then I am going to put this lovely array of cheese, and I'm also going to add some parsley to this cheese as well. I'm going to put this cheese over on the top of it. Then I'm going to do all 4 pieces of bread, pop it in the oven, and voila, that's it. Remember, the bread is already baked, so we're popping this in the oven because we want the cheese to melt and the garlic spread to melt in the bread, and you know, get nice and gooey, you know, that niceness and that warmthness of it for it to taste good. So that's what we're going to do. So continue watching, and I hope you like this and you will try it as well. So right here, I am just layering the cheese on top of the bread and everything. And I must admit, while I was in the kitchen, when I was finished doing everything, and when I say everything, I mean finish cutting up, when this came back out of the oven, and it was in the night actually. By this, it was night. When it came back out of the oven, I cut it up. I cut it all up. So and I actually was preparing some other things as well, and I did all of that. And when it's time for me to wash up the dishes, to clean the kitchen back up, I all of a sudden started to feel, it's like, cold sweat start wash you. That's what started to happen to me. And I can tell that it's because the kitchen was so hot. I was overheating, really. So, I did taste this and it did taste good. But the thing is, I had to run out of the kitchen. I took my phone, the laptop, everything that I had to keep my company in the kitchen. I had to take everything up and get out of the kitchen, because the kitchen, it was just too hot. And remember, I told you I was tired and I was hungry, and all of that. And then I'm in this hot kitchen doing this thing. I guess it take a toll on me. I had to get out of the kitchen. I get in my room and I actually fell asleep a bit. And when I woke, I didn't fall asleep for long, maybe 5 minutes or 10. And when I woke, I hit another piece. So yeah, everything was good with me. It was just, I believe that the kitchen was just too hot at that point. And yeah, it was just too hot. And no windows. The windows were open, but the curtains was dropped. So none or not enough hair was coming in. So that's what I think happened. But after I went in my room and take a little nap, I wake up and everything was fine. I was good. So yes, but I hope you enjoy this video, and hope you will try this as well. This is good for a little snack, lunch. This is good for lunch. You can also eat this for breakfast, because as I'm speaking to you, I just finished eat one of the strips with some tea. I pop it in the toaster oven, and let me tell you, the toaster oven kind of roast the top of the top part of the cheese a bit. Yes, it did. So you can, to get the top looking a bit charred, you can pop it in your toaster oven, and get the gauge to only be on top, for the top of the cheese to be a little bit toasted. So yes, you have made it to the end of the video. So hope you like this and you will also try it. And you can subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. Subscribe to the channel, because I have lots more coming out for you. So yeah, thank you for watching. Bye guys. Remember to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.